I titled this video, Why I Don't Like People in My Space, and I'm not sorry about it for a reason. Let me explain my background. I grew up in a large family. My father had 2 wives, and it was like you were always having a crowd in the house. I had aunties living with us. I have uncles living with us. My father always took care of relatives. He was just like a man of the people in his social life. He liked this going out, social clubs, just having a good time. So he was just like a man of so many people. So I grew up without having a personal space, never had a personal room, had to share with this person and that person and all the rest. And somehow, something inside me didn't really like that. The way our house was like this, I grew up calling my mother auntie as a young boy. I had to be educated over and over again to call her mommy because everybody else calls her auntie. So it was difficult for my young brain to, come to the idea of I should call her, mommy, not auntie, and why are they calling her that, and I can't do that. So, but over time I got used to calling her, of course I should call her mommy, but everybody call her auntie, so I grew up calling her auntie. So I'm saying this for you to understand that this is the kind of world I grew up in. And when I was about to get married, I told my wife, because I had resented not having my space. I had seen my father not be able to give maybe all of us what we wanted. He provided for us, paid school fees and all the rest. I'm not knocking all that. But there were things that he could not do. Of course, if there were so many people he had to cater for, which he enjoyed doing. The only downside to all that was that when he passed, I didn't see all those people. Until date, none of those people, even as a young man trying to arrange myself in life, I didn't see any of them come to our assistance. And sometimes when you look back, it's like, so what was the point all about? There was no you do for me, I do for you in what came to it at the end. And I didn't see them during his burial. Okay, let's leave that story. So when I was about to get married, one of the first laws I gave to my wife is this: don't bring anybody in. Don't bring your brothers, don't bring your sisters, don't bring your relatives. I will not bring any in. If you try to bring in, I come from a very, very large extended family. I have thousands of people who would like to lead the village and come to this end. But the tip of the matter is, I told a sign here, I want a situation whereby it's just you and me and any kids that God gave to us. And don't tell me you change your mind later. Let's agree from the get-go, this is the kind of family we will live. Thankfully, she was somebody also like me, who also, though she didn't come from a chaotic background, she grew up in a small nuclear family and always had space to herself. So we didn't have an issue with that. So this is the background of part of why I like my home. I like my room. I love my space. I don't like sharing space like that. I don't hate people. No. Maybe I'm a bit of a recluse. Like I told you, I am as a pastor. Yes, I know I have a job with an extrovert description and all the rest. But honestly, I like my space. I like my home. I like you leaving me alone. I like it that after all the pastoring, all the counseling, you don't know the feeling. I believe some of you understand the feeling. You know that feeling of you are putting your key in the door to your house and you're like, I'm home. There's no place like home. I like that. The chaos is not there. Especially these days when my kids have flown the nest. So it's just myself and my wife. And the best part of my house that I like is my room. It's my house and I live here. If you're an OG, you know what song I'm singing. It's my house and I live there. That's Diana Ross. So let's get back to what I was trying to say. When I'm in my home, one thing I enjoy most is that it's a place where I don't have to perform for you. Hanging around with people sometimes can give you a bad experience. Sometimes I get fagged out, I get drained out, I just want a space where I can just be myself. I don't have to even be a father. And that's why I like my room especially. I don't have to be a father. I don't have to be a husband. I don't have to be anybody's friend. I just have to be me. I can let the hair down in case I have hair. I have been in this world long enough to be able to tell you craziness, a lot of it is out there. There's a lot of craziness out there. There's a lot of dysfunctionality. There's a lot of things that is sore to my eyes. But once I get into my house, my having, and when I get into my room, I'm in a brand new world. I'm in my personal heaven. I love the peace and tranquility of the place. Out there, I have met those who backstab. I've met people who you thought are friendly. You just realize that they either betray you or they are blackmailers. I've met people who tell you bad things about other people, and the people they are speaking bad things about turn around to come and tell you good things about them. And there's so much deceit out there. I am not saying this because, I am the pure one, everybody else is bad. No, I'm just trying to let you know that when I'm in my room, I don't have to deal with all this stuff that life throws up. If you prepare the most expensive room and put a waterbed in it, and you place a rat there, I can assure you over time, it will dig a hole in that waterbed. If you take a monkey and put it in a 5-star hotel and put the best bed and everything there, I can bet you the monkey will be happier if you can put it in a forest where it can get some tree and some branches to just jump around. If you put a pig in a 5-star hotel and you put the best facilities there, including put on the AC for it, I can assure you the first opportunity the pig has, it will leave your sweet smelling hotel room, 5-star, 7-star, whatever star, and enjoy more the mud. Your AC cannot do for it what the mud is doing for it. What am I trying to say with this illustration? Every man has his own habitat. Every man, every creation of God has where it thrives. The rat will always crave for a hole. I crave for my room where nobody is making demands on me. Nothing pressures me. When I'm in my room, I have all my treasures around me. Now, what do I mean by I have all my treasures around me? The things I love. In my room, it's a modest place. There is no gold and silver, so to say, no shiny thing there. I have just my books. Once I'm around my books, I'm happy. That's why I have my books in my room, because I don't want people to touch them. I treasure them. I spend a lot in buying various types of books. I have my camera there. I used to have a dog, but my wife doesn't want me to keep dogs, so I've left dogs out for now, like I told her, maybe later. Once I have all this around me, I'm okay. I'm not the type who sits down, maybe if I'm in my room, I watch videos. I don't. I try to, but I couldn't do it. I discovered that I would download videos and I will not watch them. It will expire. I will try to re-download it. So my Netflix subscription, for example, just wastes. I have DSTV also, but I don't watch DSTV because I don't see the time. I see it as, I don't feel okay. I'm not the let's watch film type. And now, if you are the type that likes watching film, it's okay. But I like to read books. I like to listen to podcasts. I like to play my music, the ones I write. I don't like playing general music. Of course, any other artist that I like, I play a lot of their music too, but I prefer my own because I write them to suit what I want. I will explain this later. So I play a lot of my music. At least now I think I should have to be between 250 to 300, if not more, of various genres that I like. And that's how I live my life. Now, those music are not for public consumption. They are for me. I enjoy staying alone, playing them because they talk to me. My wife knows I don't like anybody sweeping my room. The reason is this. My room carries my energy. It carries my presence. I'm somebody like, if I'm not in my room, if you enter my room, I can feel somebody enter this room because I will see the distortions you have made in the energy flow of that place. You know, if I'm saying energy now, I'm talking of like, it's like if you have smoke, very light smoke. That's what I'm talking about. This is the closest I can explain this spiritual thing. So if you enter my room, I will see the distortion in like the smoke like thing. I don't know how to put it into words. Don't think I'm weird. I'm just explaining who I am to you. So when you distort that atmosphere, it's not that when I'm in my room, I only see my own smoke. No. But when somebody moves around in my room, I can see that they say, okay, let me leave that so that you don't think this guy is really crazy. I am not. This is just who I am. So when you move around in my room, you distort the atmosphere. It doesn't allow me to settle in until I get that energy out by my being there, by my talking there, by my doing my own movements there and stuff. Okay, let's leave this thing. Maybe some people cannot relate with it, but if you can relate with it, let me see it in the comment section. All I'm trying to say is I don't like people entering that my personal space. It distorts my concentration. This is where I meditate. This is where I think. This is where I write. Whether I'm writing songs, I'm writing articles. This is where I write all my YouTube scripts, my TikTok scripts, and everything I write. This is where I write my book. My books, everything I do, ebooks more, I do them in that place. This is where I enjoy playing podcast. I like listening to audiobooks alone, podcasts alone, audio Bible alone. I don't want to share what I'm listening to with anybody. There is no secrecy there. If it is YouTube, I just want to hear it alone. I don't want anybody sitting down talking to me. Why? Because I do a job where I listen to people a lot. So people talk to me a lot. People, you know, of course, you understand what I mean. When you do counseling sessions with people, it can be for an hour, it can be 2, it can be 3, sometimes even 4 hours if the case is so, you know. And if it's a husband and wife quarrel, you have to really sit down and listen to the back and forth. So after all that, I don't want you to come to my house or come to my room and I have to listen to this anymore. So I protect my house and I protect my room a lot. And that is why I also don't keep so much friends. My real friends are the young people I mentor when I'm out of the house. The only person who comes here and gets in my way is Superstar, my granddaughter, and she's welcome any day. So apart from that, so when I say gets in my way, now not even in a negative way, she's allowed to be here. That's just it. When I drive, I like driving alone too because that's another personal space I protect. I don't like having to pick up people. I'd rather give you money to take a drop or a taxi than for you to sit with me. You know why? Because my car is my personal space, is my university. Now, if you do the kind of job I do, I know not all pastors are like this. I'm just talking about me. That's why I like my house. I like my home. When I'm driving, it's my university. Audiobooks, YouTube, Instagram, not Instagram, podcasts and all those things I listen to them alone. You will not understand. I'm driving 1 minute, the next minute I'm looking for a parking spot to park, to write notes. So it may take me a little bit more time to get to where I'm going. And if I'm carrying you, I just like, why is he stopping? I stop because I want to write. I want to capture the thoughts that have just entered my mind. So you can't ride with me. Except maybe for my wife. She understands me. When we get in the car, she doesn't talk to me because that's also when I think, that's also when I form ideas, whatever ideas, if it's a sermon, if it's like this video and all the rest, I think it through, I write down, okay, put this thing, take this out. I find, of course, when I'm going to park, I find a good space to park without breaking the law so that I won't get towed. So that is why I don't like carrying people. And if I want to carry people, those who know me just keep quiet. When you ride with me, you keep quiet, except I talk to you. And but when I cannot avoid it, at times when you carry people, I cannot avoid it, I just let it be. But it's like you have robbed me of an education time because my car is my university, just like my room. It's a different world. It's where I blossom without being threatened. It's where I can be myself without having to perform for you or perform for the world. It's where I can get, like the scriptures say, naked and not being ashamed. Please don't misinterpret what I've said. So when I have all those things around me, you may say, but it's just a simple room, book, camera, bed. and just where you lay your head and write. Yes, but it means a lot, much more to me than any space anybody shares with me. Now, I'm not just like somebody who is just an indoor person. I'm also an outdoor person. But wherever I go, after a while, I'm just like, let me just go back home. Let me just go back home to the welcoming of my wife, and of course, to another part of my home, which is my room, where I just get to be alone. My wife understands me. She's not a clingy, hold me, hug me, talk to me type. We've been married over 30 years, so please don't think I'm doing a test run. I'm not weird. She understands me, and thank God she's very comfortable with herself and being with herself. So two of us can operate with this flow, and nobody has any complaints. Like I told you, we are over 30 years in marriage. Our children have left the house. Now, how was it like when the children were in the house? My children have something they call meditation phase. So when they see daddy, which so-called his meditation phase, everybody just leaves me alone. So when they need something, say, don't go there now. He has his meditation phase. So they understand me, and this is how they grow up with me. They understand me. They are different kind of people. They are their own person. So you understand why I love my home, honestly. I love when I put the key in the door to my house. I love it extra when I open the door to my room and I'm in my room. Now, I travel a lot. When I may travel a lot, both for ministry and mostly for pleasure too. I like to go to exotic places. In most cases, I'm a lone traveler, a lone, whatever, solopreneur, or rather solo traveler. I like traveling solo, going to places solo. Of course, when I get to the place, I will get a tour guide, meet with people and all the rest. And when I travel in groups too, I like the company, but I only like traveling in groups of people who have the same mind, in the sense of we are going to a location together. And when we get to the location, those who have ever traveled with me, some of them will see this video, I move away from the group. I take my pictures alone. I try to take in the spiritual atmosphere. Okay, let me leave that. Maybe I'll talk about this in a different time. So I enjoy this aloneness. I can be in a crowd, but once I put my camera to my face, I'm alone. You can be talking everything you are saying. You are only just disturbing me. If it gets too much, I will drift away from you and go somewhere I can sit down alone, take in the atmosphere, look at everything that is in the place. Sometimes in the group travels, because for bonding reasons, they can put two to a room. I tell them no. I just simply say, what will it take for me to have a room alone? I don't mind paying the extra. Sometimes I get put in a different hotel from the entire group. Maybe if there are no more spaces, I don't mind. You can pick me up when we need to go out and do whatever we need to do together. And when we finish, I want to go to my room alone. Maybe in future, if by God's grace, I can buy an island, I'll just go to that island and be there alone. Anytime I like to see people interact with them, I will come out of my island. Especially maybe an island, a place that is either close to a lake that can be private, or maybe a house that has a sea or an ocean view, whatever. But I can be alone to take my evening walks, watch the sea, watch the sunrise, watch the sunset without anybody talking to me, having time to meditate on life, on events and stuff. And then when I want to talk, I go do pastoring, I go do counseling, I go do praying and all the rest. Another thing I like doing alone, which I've talked about in some of my videos, is walking. I like walking alone. Of course, except when Superstar is around, my granddaughter. I like walking alone so that I can do. I've done a video on walking, so you can watch it. So it's a few videos before this one. Even at times when I travel and I lodge in the hotel, maybe on my own, I tell them from the get-go, I don't want anybody knocking my door. I don't want that jarring sounds. You just break my silence like that, and you can make me lose some treasured thoughts and all the rest. Not that I go wild and crazy if anybody does that, but I just don't like people disturbing my Solitude. And I also tell them, hotels, after about 2 days, when they don't see you come out, they will come and knock the door, room service, sir, did you, or the phone will ring, did you call for room service? I know they want to check, I hope this man is still alive. So to avoid that, sometimes if it's a hotel where I just want to lie down and sleep and read, sometimes I deliberately come out in the morning, go to the reception, just chit chat with 1 or 2 people I see there, then go back to my room and remind them, please, I don't want anybody to disturb me. I think after about 2 or 3 days of staying in the same hotel, they will just get used that, oh, this is that type of guest who doesn't come out, who doesn't, So my going to hotel rooms are for 2 reasons. One, to recuperate when I need to get out of the house, just change of atmosphere. And I still crave that silence. That's why I don't like rooms. Not only for security reasons, I don't like rooms on the ground floor. I don't like rooms on the first floor. If I can, I like rooms on the third or the fourth, depending on how big the hotel is. And I don't like the one near the staircase, because everybody coming up the staircase, they talk, they bang the door. Just anything to keep everywhere as quiet, as possible. Thing I tell them when I lodge in a hotel is I don't want the housekeeper or roomkeeper, whoever cleans the room, to enter my room. Even if I am out, don't come into my room. Not because I have anything there I'm keeping that nobody should see or touch or maybe steal. No. Because of this energy thing, I just don't want anybody moving around, and I just like my atmosphere the way I like it. I can't explain this to everybody, except maybe if you are a bit like me, maybe you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Now, where I presently stay, the only thing I don't like about where I presently stay, I don't know whether all these are important to you, but I'm just trying to let you know who I am, and maybe I have my tribe out there. Please make your comments if you are the type who just like home sweet home. The only thing I don't like about my home right now is my neighbors. Not everybody. When I say I don't like now, I don't mean I resent, I hate them and all this. It's just because of 1 or 2 of them. There's like a clubhouse. They play the music so loud, and it's the kind of music I don't like, the kind of songs I don't want to listen to, but it's like a club something, so you can't tell them not to play their stuff. There's nothing I can do about that. You just have to endure till they finish whatever they are playing. So that's just what I don't like. Apart from that, sometimes the generator of 1 or 2 people gets in the way, but I have a generator too, so I can't say much about that. It's just life. That's why maybe someday I just buy an island where I can be alone with myself. I like waking up to sound of nature and creation. Very close to my window, especially my AC, the vent, something. These doves like to hang out there, so I hear the ooh, 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 the sounds they make. I really like that. Then I like there is a palm tree, coconut tree, very close to my room here too, where birds scatter there, and everybody of them is singing that the chorus of the birds. I like it, so I like to hear that kind of sound. But after a while, generator comes into play when people begin to wake up, and all that goes away. So I just have to enjoy the little I can enjoy till that happens. There are times I'm in my room, I'm not happy. Of course, I've done 1 or 2 videos on my being in my room. I'm not so happy as I ought to be, and sometimes I don't know why. Maybe something triggered me I can't identify. Maybe it's just life. There are the tide ebbs, the tide rises. You just have to deal with what comes with stuff. Of course, there are times I'm genuinely not okay with some things, but once I get to my room, it's still the best way or place I can get myself back to my divine originality. So let me close, because I don't know whether all this makes sense to you. I'm just trying to say I love my home. I love my house. I love going back home. I don't like clubbing. I've done my fair share of that in my younger days. I just like to go home. I just like going home to be in my house, in my room. I enjoy the company of my wife. We have the times when we share and do stuff together, and just normal life. Like I told you, over 30 plus years, 32 plus years, if I remember very well. Don't let her hear. And that's just, it's all about. So this is my conclusion. Are you like me? Do you like your house, your home, away from the hustle and bustle, the pressure of life, the demands of life, to perform, to be like this for the world, to be like that for people, to listen when you don't want to listen, to just be dramatic. And sometimes are you the type that likes to just go back home and avoid all that? Avoid all the gossiping, all the back talk, all the trash talking, all the pretense, all the when I'm in my house with my wife, all that is gone away from me. And that's what I like. So are you like that too? Let me see your comment in the comment section. Maybe so I don't think I'm cool, I'm okay. I'm just being me. You may say, oh, but you are a pastor. Like I said, I am like, I don't even want to say an introvert or a recluse. I don't even know what I am. It's just that I have a job that has an extrovert expression. When you see me preaching or the way I'm talking now, oh, you may think, oh, but really, really the best of me, when I'm most happiest, is when, okay, just like I am now. My wife is in her room. She's actually asleep at this time. I can do this video, no phone calls, nothing. I'm okay with it. So if you're like me or you have your own style, let me know in the comment section. I wrote something here in conclusion. I won't call it a poem. I won't call it a spoken this thing, but let me just read it to you exactly the way I wrote it, and I can close. I hope you find this video interesting, because I really don't even know. Maybe I'm just rambling. I can't tell. At this age bracket, I can tell you this. There is nothing out there you are missing. Secondly, there is no place like home. My home is my Shangri-La. It's my Vegas. It's my tropical island. It's my refuge of peace in a loud world. It's my sunrise after the dark nights. It's my recovery and rebooting place after life's rough fights. It's my nest where I keep my eggs warm till they hatch. It's my war planning room. It's my strategy place. I wear the armor here. I put off the armor here. I let the hair down here. Here I mend the pieces of my life that life has broken. Here I regrow my hair like Samson. Here I regrow the parts of my life that people and events have trampled upon. I repair it here with care. This room, this house is filled with my laughter. Its walls have also my tears. It's my sanctuary where I hear God and call upon God. It's where my story is written. It is written in my room for those who can read it later, maybe when I am gone, but not now, when my times are complete under God. It's not just a place. It's not just a house. It's not just a room. It's where my energy is free. My frequency and my vibrations flow freely without interruption, without interference. Here I make history. Here I rewrite bad endings. Here I make endings become happily, live happily ever after. Out there, I try to survive. In here, I breathe and live. This is my heaven, where I meet with God and God meets with me. This is where I also meet with me, and I can be me and be myself. This is where I become whole again. This is my home. This is my house. I live here. I'll see you in the next video.